Ringing in the new year with more self-confidence. How do you become confident in self? Here's an alternate simple way. First, I have to listen to my inner voice. Well, I'm pointing here. Actually, it is here. First, listen to my inner voice, then follow my inner voice, and then depend on my inner voice. Then you become confident in your inner voice. The inner voice is the voice of God, and self, in this case, is not my individual ego self, but self means my divine self. When I follow my inner voice, I'm following my divine voice. So let's repeat the whole process. Instead of saying, listen to my inner voice, I can say, listen to the voice of God. It is the same thing. Instead of saying, listening to the voice of God, I can say, listening to God. Right? Instead of saying, listening to God, I can say, listening to self. There we go. Listening to self, following the self. In this case, the self is the inner self. Let's just change that. Listening to my inner self, following my inner self, depending on my inner self, valuing my inner self instead of valuing other people's voices outside. I value my inner voice, my inner self. And that leads to having confidence in my inner self. Very simple. Starts with listening to, oh, we have a tendency to listen to our mind. That's why. Listen to my inner self, my inner voice from the heart, and following it. Just start doing it. Within a year, your life will completely transform. You'll be a new person, a much better person, happier person, more fulfilled purposeful, more fulfilled person, and living a life that is purposeful, meaningful, helpful, useful, lovable, and so forth. I love me.